now we're at the part in Leslie's story where I've just explained the hard truth where I would not wait or expect an apology from a mother-in-law like hers. Like if my mother-in-law did what hers did, bolting after simply being confronted with a boundary violation, I would highly suspect that my mother-in-law is emotionally immature. I've done lots of episodes on why I would not expect an apology from an emotionally immature person, because it is an arrested development. It's an I can't, not a choice for them. So we talked about that in the last part. We also discussed just insight into what I'm seeing. If this were my family, I would highly suspect triangulation. I would suspect that I would be wrapped up in a drama triangle a lot of the times. I would also really be looking at my husband using avoidance to feel safe. So I provided all that insight. But now, what do you do with that insight if you're never going to get an apology from your mother-in-law? How do you move forward with a relationship with someone like this? Because an apology serves as an attempt to repair trust. And without that, how do you have a relationship? For me, I have boundaries. So once I realize, oh, this is who you are, now this is where you'll stay. Like this is how you'll stay this far away from me, because I can't trust that you won't do this again. So whatever boundary she crossed with your baby, that obviously will be on the docket. But really, I want you to go to your husband, sit down with a piece of paper, and I want you to together write down kind of like your boundary map, everything that would make you feel comfortable and good to enjoy the holiday with his mom without bringing up the stuff from the past. Write it down and say, like, we need to be on the same page. And as long as we're on the same page, we can get through this with no one being scathed. So I would go to my husband and I would say, hey, babe, I really want to have a peaceful holiday and I want your mom to have a good time. I don't want to bring up the past, but in order for me to do that and feel safe without her recognizing the damage and the harm she caused before when she abandoned us, I am going to have to lay down some ground rules. And then I would lay it out. These are the things that would make me feel comfortable while your mom is visiting. For example, all communication plans made, all that stuff has to go through your husband. We're not going to be processing our parenting at the dinner table. If tensions rise, we have a code word, and this is what we do to de-escalate. If she does the same thing that she did when she crossed the boundary before, he steps in. You could have time limits, so visits are from this time to this time. So lay it all out, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Get on the same page, making sure that you're negotiating with him, because he might not want every single thing that you say. Once you have that plan, next I want to talk about, what do you do when she shows up at your door? How do you handle her when you haven't received your apology?